What's going on, guys? Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to a new transfer update episode today. We have got confirmers to go through as well as the rumours, and today's date is going to be Wednesday the 12th of February. So just before we get started, if you could do that good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. My previous episode will be down below in the description box, and today's question of the day, what player in your opinion, I might have already asked this by the way, but what player in your opinion deserves to win the Premier League Player of the Year? So the first two confirmed deals today are regarding the MLS, and the very first player is Bradley Wright Phillips. He's left New York Red Bulls to join LAFC, and I'm pretty sure it's a free transfer. Montreal Impact star Ignacio Piatti has left the club and rejoined San Lorenzo in Argentina. The two clubs have fully announced this now, and I did briefly mention it a couple days ago. They agreed to terminate his contract so he could be closer to his family, and overall then it's a free deal. According to Calciomercato, Italian goalkeeper Emiliano Viviano, he's completed a medical at Inter Milan, and the overall transfer is set to be announced in the next 48 hours, so potentially by the end of today, if not tomorrow. The emergency loan deal for the 34-year-old comes after number 1 Sami Handanovic broke his finger, and backup keeper Daniele Padelli, he has failed to impress between the sticks in his 2 appearances against Udinese and in the Milan derby. And next up we have a pretty strange one. So Liverpool will not be exploring the option of bringing Steven Gerrard back to the club just so he can claim a Premier League winners medal. And that's according to the CEO of Liverpool, the chief executive Peter Moore. And the full quote does say, "Look, we all love Stevie G and we're all very proud of him for his managerial career. But I keep saying this, bring him in for a 5-day contract so he can get a medal, but it just doesn't happen that way." And then we have got another legend of the game potentially return to a former club as Andres Iniesta. So a couple days ago, rumours were circulating that Barca put a loan offer for him in the January window, but it didn't really work out and apparently he declined it. But Marca in Spain say that Barca never actually approached Iniesta last month and it's all made up. Barcelona's main target for the whole transfer window was still to bring a defender in and a new striker, so the Iniesta reports are way off the mark. And next up, Turkish football are saying Galatasaray are preparing an €8 million bid that's to turn Mario Lemina's loan from Southampton into a permanent deal. The 26-year-old joined Galatasaray on a season-long loan last summer, that's after falling out of favour at St Mary's. The Turkish side already do have an option to make it a permanent in the contract for $16 million, but because of financial constraints, it does mean they're trying to negotiate a much lower fee. Erik ten Hag has revealed that Ajax are keeping tabs on Jan Vertonghen, whose current contract at Tottenham is due to expire at the end of the season. Vertonghen rose through the youth ranks at Ajax before graduating to the senior squad in 2006, and he went on to make over 250 appearances in all competitions for the club. There were rumours saying that Ajax were ready to make a bid in the January window, but nothing ever materialised there, and maybe bringing him back on a free transfer to end his career at the club he started at, it might be a very good ending for him. Club Brugge star Emmanuel Dennis is the man that Borussia Dortmund will target if Jadon Sancho leaves the club. That's according to Belgian outlet HLN. The German Giants are aware that they will face a fight to retain the services of the highly rated England international in the summer transfer window and have already started sounding out potential targets to replace him. And as I just mentioned, Dennis is one of those, and they have been linked to Everton from Gremio and a couple of other players in Brazil. Lyon will only consider selling Rayan Cherki this summer if their €35 million price tag is met. That's according to Don Ballon. Real Madrid are interested in bringing the 16-year-old to the Santiago Bernabeu when the transfer market reopens, and now they have got some kind of price to work around. And to be fair to Real Madrid, the amount of youth players they've brought in over the last say 2 or 3 years, they've got a really strong looking squad for the future and currently. Borussia Dortmund have the option to re-sign striker Alexander Isak from Real Sociedad until the summer of 2021, that's according to OK Diario. The 20-year-old Swedish forward cost Real Sociedad just €10 million last summer, but Dortmund did retain the option to bring him back to Germany for €30 million, around £25 million. Once that buyback clause expires in 18 months' time, Isaac's release clause does then increase to €70 million, and that'll be for the final 3 years of his contract. And I know Borussia Dortmund have got a lot of attacking options, but if you consider the fact for €30 million getting a player that so far this season in Spain, he's doing very well, like his form has been fantastic, that you might even buy him back for 30 mil and then sell him on for a profit. Premier League leaders Liverpool had a €35 million bid or £30 million offer. That's for Villarreal forward Samuel Chukwueze rejected in January, and this story is from France Football. The 20-year-old is believed to have a €65 million release clause in his contract, and Liverpool do face competition from Manchester City. Chronicle Live are saying Inter Milan are keeping an eye on the situation surrounding Newcastle teenager Matty Longstaff's contract. Teams in Italy, Germany and Spain have all been alerted to his availability, as he could be snapped up for a compensation fee of just £400,000. But Newcastle are still hopeful the midfielder will sign a new contract at his boyhood club, in which his older brother also plays for. Tuttosport are saying that former Arsenal midfielder Aaron Ramsey could be set for the exit door at Juventus already, less than 1 year after signing for the Italian Giants. The Welsh international has struggled to make the expected impact in Turin, and he may be offloaded back to the Premier League in the summer window, though it doesn't mention what club he could go to or how much of a fee he would cost. Real Betis midfielder Nabil Fekir is a subject of interest from Real Madrid according to Don Ballon. Los Blancos are plotting a summer move for the 26-year-old, who is currently valued at around €65 million. He only joined Betis in the summer from Lyon for, I believe, half that, like €30 million. That was 1 year after the failed move to Liverpool. Manchester United will demand a £30 million fee from Sheffield United for Dean Henderson. According to the Manchester Evening News, the Blades are eager to sign the 22-year-old goalkeeper permanently at the end of a season-long loan spell at Bramall Lane. The Red Devils' valuation, though, is expected to be too high for Sheffield United, and he's set to return to Old Trafford and fight for the #1 spot with David De Gea. I'm personally not too sure how much opportunity he will get behind David De Gea, and for him, to be fair to him, he's been fantastic this season, and in my opinion, he should be England's #1 for Euro 2020. Calcio Mercato are saying that Napoli and Dries Mertens remain far apart in negotiations over a new contract. The Belgian wants to earn €15 million including bonuses over the next 2 years, but the Italian club are only prepared to offer half that amount. And he was linked to Chelsea throughout the January transfer window and Manchester United, so he may be on the move in the summer on a free. The Daily Mail are saying that the main 2 transfer targets for Arsenal this summer are going to be Leicester City playmaker James Maddison and Celtic striker Odsonne Edouard. The Gunners are also said to be keen on RB Leipzig defender Dayot Upamecano, as Mikel Arteta seeks to freshen up his squad at the Emirates Stadium. And speaking of Upamecano, Bild are saying that Bayern Munich have registered their interest in the defender. The Bundesliga leaders have asked the representatives of the Frenchman to keep them informed, and that's if another club does make a bid, such as Arsenal, and he does have a €60 million release clause this summer. Bayern did face Leipzig just a couple days ago this recent weekend in a 0-0 draw, and to be fair, Upamecano had a solid game. And next up, Paris Saint-Germain striker Edinson Cavani rejected a last-minute offer from Barcelona in the January transfer window, and this story is according to L'Equipe. The Spanish champions were eager to bring in the Uruguayan as a replacement for the injured Luis Suarez, but he turned down a move to the Camp Nou. And another player linked to Barca as a potential replacement for Suarez is going to be Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And 90 Min do mention the Catalan club would prefer to sign a younger forward such as Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan, and he is just 22 years old. And as for Aubameyang, he is 30, so he's only 3 years younger than Luis Suarez, but again, he may be a lot easier to sign than Martinez. Paris Saint-Germain are ready to double Kalidou Koulibaly's wages to £200,000 a week to tempt him away from Napoli this summer. It's according to Sky Sports. The French champions see Koulibaly as the ideal replacement for Thiago Silva, who is set to leave on a free transfer at the end of the season. And next up we have another story about Erling Haaland, and a couple days ago he was linked to Real Madrid, and this time 90 Min yet again are saying that the striker is a subject of interest from Manchester City. The Blues see the 19-year-old as the ideal long-term replacement for Sergio Aguero, and they could launch a bid for his services this summer. And just like I said a couple days ago in the last episode, with the Real Madrid story, it said that Haaland's contract does have a clause in it for 75 million and it does activate this summer. But that's not true, it will start in January next year, so for City and their interest, they might have to wait a little bit longer. And now we're going to end things on a very short one and a transfer that definitely won't be happening anytime soon. But Neymar has revealed that he's told David Beckham that one day he will play for Inter Miami. My guess is that we're probably around like 7 or 8 years away from this potential move happening, as Neymar's still got a lot of time left in his career. Will he move away from PSG this summer? We'll have to wait and see, but I'm pretty certain it won't be to Inter Miami just yet. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So if you could do that good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yes, this episode will be down below in the description box, and the current schedule most days at 8 AM will be a new upload. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.